Hello everyone. In this new video, we're going to be talking about walls. All right. So here we are in the ground floor. All right. So on the project browser, you can see ground floor highlighted in the tab. You can see ground floor, and the properties is all about ground floor. So here we're going to start with walls, which is under architecture tab, and this is the first tool. All right. Now, if I click on wall, all right, just observe the properties changes. So it is now reflecting anything that has to do with walls, all right. So if I click here on the drop down, all right, so I can see the existing wall types that I can use, all right. So I've got basic wall types. I've got curtain wall, I've got stack walls, all right. And let's say I don't see the type of wall that I usually use in my country. So what do I do? This is the next step. So what we do is we just uh, keep the basic wall that is already highlighted here, all right. So since we are not finding a new, our preferred wall type, we need to create it. So we're not going to create it from scratch. We're going to take whatever exists and use it to create a new wall type. So the basic wall type, which is appearing here, we're just going to use it. So how we go about it, just next or just below the wall type, there is the edit type. So we click on that edit type, and we're going to get a type properties dialog box. So the first thing we need to do is we need to duplicate that particular wall. Now, we're not going to change the existing wall, all right? If we change it, next time we need this particular type of wall, then we will not be using what was defined by the system for this particular type of wall. So it is good practice that you always duplicate it. Now, let's say I'm going to be using a 150 millimeter CMU, all right, concrete masonry unit, all right. So this is the name I'm going to give, all right. So you can see once I duplicate it, I change the name, it is going to appear here, all right. Now, next thing is I've taken the basic wall, I've renamed it. Now I'm going to change the structure to suit my requirements. So to do that, I go down in the dialog box. I'm going to see under construction, there is the first line structure. Next to it, there is edit. So I click on edit, and I'm going to go into decomposition of the wall that I've selected. Now, this is not what I want, so I need to tailor-made it to my requirements. So here it's very simple to understand. You've got a core boundary. Within the core boundary, you're going to have the main items, all right? And then on both sides, you're going to have finishes. So I don't need thermal air layer, for example, all right? So I can delete it. So to delete it, you go down and you can see delete, so I can delete it. All right. Now, just to get an overview of what I'm dealing with, it is good practice that you see the overview of the product that you are creating. To do so, you go down to preview and you click on preview. So the finish, let's start with the main one, the core structure. It's concrete masonry unit. So and the materials, I see that it is low density. So if I want to change the material, I just move it to I just click on the box here. I'm going to be moved to the list of material, and then I can use whatever material I want. So I click on this one. All right, and I can change the thickness to 150. All right, so that's it. Good. Now the finish. So the main one has been changed to concrete masonry units, 150 millimeters. Now the finish, I want it to be, let's say, plaster. So I look for plaster. All right. So I've got plaster here. So I click on it, press OK. I want it to be only 12 millimeters. That's fine. So you can see that this changes. The bottom finish, I want it to be, let's say, 20 millimeters. All right. So that's it. I see the preview. Once I'm happy, I just click on OK. And now this is the new 150 millimeter CMU wall that I have created. I click on OK. And now in the properties, I'm going to see that this basic wall of 150 millimeter CMU is now available for use. In the next video, we're going to show you more about creating and using these wall types.